What's up, everybody? Tam here from TCGU University, and welcome back to TLDR, the show where we read the rules so you don't have to. The topic of today's TLDR is Seong Mina. More specifically, her once per turn enhance and how it interacts with your opponent's cards. So let's jump into it. The first thing we need to understand is the ability itself. Mina says, enhance once per turn, your attack gets 3 speed and stun 3. If this attack is blocked, add it to your hand. Some of you already know, but some new players might be asking, what's so controversial about this ability? Well, it's because this ability allows you to remove your opponent's attacks from the game. Now I get it. Nowhere on this card does it say to remove your opponent's attacks. So I get why you're hesitant to believe me. But that's what we're here for, explaining the rules. So, to understand this interaction, we're going to be jumping into the living game rules, or the LGR. J11 says, quote, when executing an event, even if some parts of the effect are not possible, it still does as much as it can. Next, we'll look at K34 and K341, which say this attack refers to the attack currently in the attack sequence, K34, and your attack and your opponent's attack refer to this attack with the added requirement of being one of the effect's controller's attacks, or one of their opponent's attacks, respectively, K341. Okay, so what does this tell us? We're going to split the ability up into 2 parts. First being, your attack gets 3 speed and stun 3, and the second being, if this attack is blocked, add it to your hand. So, for the first half, we now understand that your attack specifically references your attack, it's not player neutral, meaning either player's attack. K341, and looking at the second ability, we now understand that if this attack is blocked, add it to your hand is a player neutral ability. So now we will look at the interaction as a whole. We know that because of J11, we must try and do as much of our ability as possible. We also know, because of K341, that only our attack can receive the speed and stun from the ability. We know that if this attack is blocked ability will work on our opponent's attacks because of what we learned in K34. So if we block our opponent's attack after playing her ability, it would return to our hand, right? Remember what I said at the start of the video? Mina's ability can remove your opponent's attacks from the game. Well, now we'll look at the final piece of our puzzle and bring it all together. So, why won't Mina's ability add my opponent's attacks to my hand? Well, to understand that, we have to look at rule D14. If a card would enter a zone of the player that it does not belong to that card, add it to its owner's remove from game pile instead. Meaning that after blocking your opponent's attack under Seong's ability, instead of adding it to your hand, it would get removed. So let's pull all of our information together. We know that if we use Seong Mina's ability during our opponent's attack, that we have to try and do as much of our ability as possible, J11. We know that if it's not our attack, it will not receive the speed or the stun, K341. We do know, however, that it will be affected by the second half of the ability since it is this attack, K34, and when blocked, Seong Mina's ability will add it to our hand. But since it's not our card, it will be removed instead, D14. And that is how Seong Mina's ability removes your opponent's attacks from the game. Thanks for watching the video, guys. Make sure you leave a like, tell us what you guys think in the comments, and give us some ideas for future videos as well. Share it with your friends so they know how Seong Mina works. And if you guys want to support us, go over to patreon.com/TCGUniversity, where you can ask any of your rules questions to us live. Thank you, everybody, for watching the video, and stay learned.